Today I'm trying something new. We're gonna do the random number generator wheel, picking how long I read for each day. I hope you know what I meant because that was a lot of words. But basically, I'm gonna spin a wheel each day and that's gonna decide how long I'll spend reading. Now, I'm excited for this because I can read whatever books I feel like mood reading. So I feel like I'll move through things quite quickly rather than like being forced to read certain books, you know? It's also gonna be a challenge to like sit down and like read for that amount of time because I feel like I read for like small amounts of time usually, like throughout the day, like 20 minutes here, 30 minutes there. I'm gonna try and do it all in one sitting each day. We'll see how it goes. I'm not like ruling out breaking it up. I'm gonna allow myself to break it up, especially on days that I work 9 hours a day. I'm definitely gonna be flexible with myself, take it easy, but I'm very excited. It's already like 8:47 p.m. at night, so I'm hoping that it's not a huge amount of time for tonight. But I am reading Saving Six by Chloe Walsh and absolutely loving it, so I am excited. Without further ado, here's our wheel. Let's spin. I don't know if you can see from there. Probably not. What did we get? I'm scared. Okay, 1 hour. You see that? 1 hour. That is doable. That is doable. All right, so as I said, we're reading Saving Six. I'm about 55% of the way through. It's really getting good. It's really getting, like I'm just, please, I need them to like lock in to each other, you know? So I'm excited to get into that. Let's make a little tea, let's get comfy and read Saving Six for an hour. Light work, let's go. So we've got our tea and our Kindle. We're ready to sit down and read for 1 hour. Let's freaking read, I guess, right? We've got an hour to go. Well, I can't even start with Paul. I hate him. Haven't I earned your V card? Is this some sort of sick joke? Like, where are the cameras? How is he real? How is he, well, he's not real, like, I suppose that's the whole point of reading, but how is he saying these things out loud and she's just like taking it? What? How could you not love Joey? Like, he's just the gold standard, I fear. And like, obviously he's been dealt a shit card and that's why he has the flaws, the certain flaws that he does have. But he is just good through and through and like so loyal and so protective and so willing to like put himself on the line for the people he loves. Give me selfless. I love a man like that. Back to it. Tyg is so iconic. I can't. He's so funny. All right, that's a quiet alarm. I should turn that up next time. But it's officially been 1 hour. I kind of went fast. I'm loving this book. Ugh. Chloe Walsh has a way of writing that you just like cannot stop. I am loving this. The characters are all so distinct. They have so much personality, all of them, except for Shannon, I feel like, which we know there's a reason for that, but that's a whole topic I could get into. I finished on page 281, so I'm now 59% of the way through the book, which is nice. And now I feel like I'm in a groove, so I kind of want to read a little bit more, which is nice. So I think I'm gonna get a little bit more reading done tonight before I go to bed. It's already 10 p.m., so gotta get to bed soon because she's a working girl in the morning. That's the first day done of this video. We're gonna do 5 full days of this. We're gonna get some more reading done this week. I'll give y'all an update tomorrow if I read any more tonight. And yeah, I'll see y'all in the morning. Hey, good morning. It's the next day. And I actually didn't end up reading any more than that one singular hour last night. So you know exactly where I'm at. It's officially day 2 of the random number generator, picking how long I read. I'm excited to see what I get today. Let's see what day 2 has in store for us. 2 hours. Okay, we can do, it's playing a song. That's funny. 2 hours is doable. I'll probably break it up throughout the day because I can get some reading done on my commute to and from work and then finish up tonight. So let's get into it. Oh hey, I'm back from work. Fantastic news. I actually had enough time to read my entire 2 hours between my commute and just my like standby time. So I read about 100 pages and I'm like 70-something% of the way through Saving Six now. I'm addicted. Like, I cannot stop reading it. I was hoping going into this book that it was gonna be mostly Aoife and Joey tension. You know, if you get it, you get it. And that is literally all that Chloe Walsh is serving up to me. So I'm grateful. It's literally just like from the beginning detailing their entire relationship and how it like manifested and became what we know it to be. And that is all I've wanted, really. I was like, I hope the plot's not too heavy in this book. I just need some banter, some interaction, some tension, some yearning. And that is exactly what we're being dealt on the silverest of platters. Thank you. So I am about to go to the gym and read some more on the treadmill because I'm just hooked. And I think I have like an hour and a half, 2 hours left maybe on that book. So maybe I can get it done tonight. I feel like that's wishful thinking because I do have plans tonight, but perhaps. I had such good reading time today. I just feel so happy. Like, I just like, it's always a good day when you have time to read while you're literally getting paid, you know? So I'll see y'all in the next update. I'm gonna go to the gym and read some more Saving Six. Mwah.
All right, y'all, good morning. It is the next day, which means it is Thursday. I actually ended up reading most of that book last night. I read up until page like 457 and there's only like 497 pages. That's my toast. But yeah, so I'm, let's see, 93% of the way through. I have like half an hour left in this book and I'm gonna finish it today at work, probably on my commute, honestly. So I'm so excited. I'm so addicted to this. I'm just excited to see how this book ends up because it's like, I'm close to done and it's not giving complete. Which I know, what's the next book in this series? Is it another Joey and Aoife book? Freaking hope so. Yeah, okay, Redeeming 6. Thank God. I need that. Anyways, and then I'm Taming 7 and then Releasing 10. And I think I'm just gonna read them back to back to back to back. Since Releasing 10 just came out and I wanna like get in on all the conversations that are happening regarding it. I know a lot of people are getting mad about the content in it because it's like really triggering and people feel like Chloe Walsh is in trauma dumping in the book. I mean, I don't see how that could be true if she's just like drawing on personal experience to like tell a story. But I haven't read it, so we shall see. But anyways, obviously, we have to see how long we're gonna read for today. I just washed my face, that's why I look greasy, by the way. I'm not actually greasy, I'm just moisturized. All right, can you see? Let's go. You can finally see it today. What do we got? I can't even see it from this way. 45 minutes, slay. So this is very easy to do. I'm gonna spin again and see if we can get a longer time because I'm definitely gonna read for more than 45 minutes at work. So it's kind of cheating. Is that 45 again? No. What does that say? 3 hours. I asked for it, you know? I did ask for it. Okay, we're gonna try and read for 3 hours today. That's a lot. But between my time at work and then my time here at night, like, I think I got it. I think we can do it. Anyways, it's breakfast time, work time, reading time on my way to work. Let's go.
Okay, so checking back in. It is now the end of the day. It's like 6 p.m. I actually managed to do 2 hours of reading at work today. And like going in, that's why I changed it from the 45 minutes I got initially to the 3 hours because I knew that I was gonna have a lot of off time at work today, but unfortunately I can't film while I'm at work, which is so disappointing because I like want to show y'all the like vibes, you know? Like I got a cute little matcha, we're sitting in the coffee shop just reading, but I cannot unfortunately do that. I do have 1 hour of reading I still need to do today, and I'm going to the gym now, so I will get 30 minutes done there because I always do like an incline walk as my warm-up for 30 minutes. And I just read pretty much straight on there. I read so fast on there too. If you're having a hard time getting your brain to focus on reading, just like walk on the treadmill because there is simply nothing else to do. And I think something about like being locked into like the physical of it makes your brain lock it, you know? Reading update. I finished Saving 6 and then I started Redeeming 6. They're basically one book, which like if you read the author's note, they basically were one book and then she just had to like split them up because they're both so long. I actually think the second one, Redeeming 6, is 800 or like 790 or something. I cannot, these books are so long, but honestly I'll do it. It's worth it. Like the detail that we're getting and that like I want and I crave is really strong in this series. I'm absolutely loving Joey and Aoife's whole story. Nothing's changed as far as that goes. Like the yearning, the tension, what they're going through, the representation of it all and all the issues that they're dealing with is just so important for people to like be educated about and like be aware of. There are important topics and issues and things that we should be confronting when we read. Because I mean, what's the point of reading if we're not widening our perspective, you know? That sounded so school teachery. But anyways, so yeah, I'm just reading Redeeming 6 now. I'm about 50 pages in, I think. And we're gonna get some treadmill reading done. And then I'll probably do 30 minutes when I'm back here much later on because I have plans with friends tonight. So after that, we'll get in our last 30 minutes together, you and me. We'll hang out. And yeah, I'm gonna go to the gym. I'll see y'all in a bit. Okay, so now it is nighttime, and I actually ended up walking on the treadmill earlier for 40 minutes instead of 30 today, because I didn't have time for like a full workout, so I just decided to do a bit more cardio than normal. So I got 40 minutes of reading done on the treadmill, which was awesome. I was zooming. The 40 minutes were up like that because I was like so enthralled in the book. It's so seamless too. Like I just still feel like I'm reading Saving Six. Like I like that it picks up right where you left off because that's what you're craving. At the end of Saving Six, you're like, please, no, I need more. Even though these books are so long. I already commented on that, but like these books are so long. So anyway, I have 20 minutes left in my 3 hours of reading today. I think that's pretty freaking awesome. I did a lot of reading today. I feel very fulfilled. And yeah, let's just read for 20 minutes. Light work. Setting my timer. 20-minute timer started. Let's freaking go. Okay, so that went off at the exact time that I finished the chapter. So we're done with our 3 hours of reading for the day. That was a feat. I'm proud of that. That was a lot of reading in one day. Finishing Saving Six was so rewarding. Starting Redeeming Six was so rewarding. I'm now on page 82. That's only 11%, which is criminal, but I'm loving it, so I'm not even mad. We're in a place where Joey and Eva are doing good. You know, if you've read it, you know. But I'm really scared because I know it's gonna go back downhill. I just, oh God, I just so badly want them to like be good, you know? It's so beautiful, like the way they keep coming back to each other and like the way they're just like on each other's team, like ride or die at every turn. And like when the other is having a rough time, like a really, really rough time, the selflessness is like on 10, and like the things they do for each other. They literally drag each other out of the depths of the worst things in life. And it's just like a love like that, you know? For some reason, when I was reading Binding 13 and Keeping 13, Eva gave very like good girl, like fierce, but like good girl vibes to me. Like studies hard in school and like doesn't like get herself into trouble a lot, like that sort of thing. But now like after reading these two books, she is a loose cannon, you know, and like fierce, but just in a different way than I thought originally. So I don't know if that's just because like it's been so long since I read Binding 13 and Keeping 13, but strange. I like this version of Eva though. I definitely like this version of Eva. She's awesome. And then Joey, my heart just goes out to Joey. Anyways, it was a beautiful day of reading. I'm so tired. I'm gonna go to sleep, and I'll see y'all in the morning. Good night.
Okay, good morning. So I'm about to leave for work, but of course I have to do my spin and see what our reading time for today is. So let's just spin her and see. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Yeah, 3 hours again. Okay. All right, 3 hours of reading today. Gonna get some done on my commute as per usual. You know the drill at this point. And then finish it off on the treadmill and then at home, I guess, because I don't think I'm gonna have a lot of off time today. A few minutes here and there, but I don't think I'll be able to get to 3 hours. So much deliberation. So I'm gonna go to work and read as much as I can, and then I'll give y'all an update when I get back, and we'll do some reading together. Reminder, I'm reading Redeeming Six, and I want to get a fair chunk through it today, so 3 hours of reading should help me out with that. And yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one.
All right, y'all, you know the drill by now. I'm home from work, another 9-hour day in the books. I got an hour and a half of reading done. So I got half of my reading for the day done between my commute and then my off time at work. I'm about to go to the gym as per usual. Listen, I am a routines girly, okay? So gonna do my cardio and read while I do that, which will be 30 minutes of reading. And then I'll have an hour left to do when I get back to my apartment. I'm 16% of the way through Redeeming Six now and still loving it, loving the banter. I think I already said this, but like I'm still worried. Like things are going too good, you know, and I know shit's gonna hit the fan. I'm just nervous because I don't want shit to hit the fan because they both deserve the world. It's gonna hurt me, okay? Also, just the way like Chloe Walsh writes about addiction and domestic abuse is just like, it just really gets to you. I think she's a really good way of communicating how that feels and what those sorts of scenarios are like. And so it just hits really hard, you know, in her writing. And I think that's why people are having such a hard time with her newest book, is because she knows how to write in a way that like appeals to your humanity so deeply and in like such a raw form that it's just like everybody's, you know, hit by it. I'm just loving it. Gonna continue reading and hopefully get more of the way through and have more of an update for y'all. I feel like this reading vlog is just gonna end up being finish the Binding 13 series with me. that's sort of the track that we're on right now. But perhaps I'll read, once I'm done this book, I'll read a different book in between and then go back and read Taming 7 after a different book. I wonder. Maybe I'll ask y'all on Instagram what you think. To stay in the loop, make sure you're following my Instagram and my TikTok. Those are the other two big platforms. And then Goodreads if you want daily updates on just like, you know, like real time, like what I'm reading and what I'm rating things. Because I do post my star ratings on there long before I post like the actual fleshed out book review usually. Everything's linked in the description down below, so just go there and let's connect and talk books on everything, perhaps. Let's be friends. All right, y'all, it's time to go to the gym and read on the treadmill. See you in a bit. Hey y'all, so I actually just read way more than I planned to. I did my cardio on the treadmill for an entire hour because I was so enthralled in the book, and then I've just been sitting here stretching for 30 minutes reading the book. So I am at my 3 hours. I did document it a little bit. I expected it to be so hard to get to 3 hours today, and I did it. And I owe all of that to Chloe Walsh because this shit is addictive. I'm at the part, for context, where things are happening, okay? I spoke way too soon. Why is there music playing? Stop. I'm kind of eating my words now because I just was like, oh, everything's going great. Like, I need shit to hit the fan. The very next page was all I needed to read. So I'm gonna talk without trying to spoil. So Aoife's just had her little situation happen to her, and when that happened, I actually have been predicting this to happen to her like since like reading Johnny's books. I was like, this is gonna happen to this girl, and it did. If you know, you know. It's so heartbreaking, and I'm waiting for her to tell Joey, and I was like, okay, I'll just like read. While I was on the treadmill, I was like, oh, I'll just read until she tells him, then I'll do my strength stuff. And then I've been reading for like 40 pages and she still hasn't. So here we are. I am loving, though, we're starting to get tidbits of like the Shannon and Johnny story that we already know, and it's starting to line up with like the Aoife Joey story we're now learning. It feels like a puzzle, like everything's fitting. So it's just really cool and fun to read, but I am heartbroken and scared. I've said it once and I'll say it again, Joey cannot catch a freaking break. So anyway, I'm just gonna finish up my stretching, read some more. I'm done my quota for the day. So we'll see. I think I'm gonna go back and have some dinner, maybe read some more. Definitely try to get to bed because now it's like 8:30 already. I still need to eat. So gonna do that and then perhaps read myself to sleep as per usual. And yeah, we'll check in when we check in. See y'all in a bit. Oh, hey there. So it's a little later on now and I'm still reading, still going strong. But I just had to check back in because the sheer fact that I'm 205 pages into this book and that's only 27% is so criminal. The way I was like, oh, page 205, like, I'm doing good. I'm probably halfway. No. And I knew that going in. But it's like, once you've read 200 pages, you're like, I should be halfway done with this book. Or close, you know? Yeah, no. Not even a third. So, we're gonna be here for a while. Cheers. And Aoife is everything to me. Thank you. Back again. And just real quick, the interaction between Joey and Johnny, I'm sorry, that really did it for me. Something about the dynamic of them two. And like, they're so similar in so many ways. And then like so different in like the way that they got to their similar, you know, like their upbringings. Something about it is so special to me. And them kind of seeing eye to eye with like Shannon and everything and like her care and like just the dynamic in general between them two. I love a selfless boy. That's it. Thank you. Good morning, my friends. So it is now Saturday. It is 6:54 in the morning. I have to go to work in a little bit. Basically how my work is I get like random days off every week. So like 1 week I'll get Tuesday and Sunday, and then another week I'll get Monday and Friday. Like it just depends on scheduling. So I never have like consistent days off. So I'm working today, but I am off tomorrow and I desperately need it. So I'm excited. So exhausted. But I did end up reading to page 225, I think. Oh no, 251. Yeah, that's actually crazy. I started on page 82 yesterday. I got to page 251. So I read a lot yesterday, almost 200 pages. I'm now 33% of the way through. So that's like awesome. I'm like so excited about that. Everything's hitting the fan and it's a lot and it's so heavy. Like it's starting to get like really, really heavy. So I don't know if I'll be able to keep reading this for so many hours a day because it is affecting my mental, you know? But let's see how much we have to read today, shall we? Be day 4 in this challenge, I think.
What do we got? If they give me 3 hours again, I swear. This is rigged. Okay, I probably will read 3 hours, to be fair. I will say it is my rest day from the gym today, so I will have more time tonight to read, which is nice, which is promising for a 3-hour day. All right, well, I guess we're reading for another 3 hours today. Let's get into it. I'll see you in the next little bit. Hey, update. So I just got home from dinner with the girls. Let me set you up. Oh, hello. I just had dinner with some of my friends for one of my friends' birthdays. I haven't had a chance to update y'all. So obviously it's been many, many hours and I've gotten 2 hours of reading done today. So I have 1 left. I'm going to shower, clean my hair, wash the slick back out, if you know what I mean, and get comfy, make some tea, and we'll read for an hour or so. When I tell you this book, y'all, today everything cracked open. Like, when I was telling you I needed Joey to find out the thing, you know, he did, and his reaction was beautiful and like what I was hoping for, I feel like, in a lot of ways. I feel like it was the best we could have gotten out of the situation, you know, and the way that everything went down. He just has a heart of gold, and I just protect him at all costs. That's how I feel about him. Things are kind of hitting the fan though. Why is Aoife's brother the worst person ever? Like, I feel like nobody talks about this, and like the things that he has said to Aoife in this book, I can't even imagine saying to my worst enemy. Like, he's terrible, and I get where it comes from, and like obviously we dive into where it comes from, but like absolutely insane, like crazy work, the things that he does and says to her. I actually can't. And his mom's just like, oh, enough, Kev. Girl, what? He should never be allowed in your house again, as far as I'm concerned. But anyways, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm absolutely still addicted to this. I don't think I've ever had such a strong urge to like read a book, especially in like the beginning stages of a book. Like, I'm like a fair bit through, actually. I think I'm almost halfway. I'm like 40 something percent. Let me get my Kindle. Let's see. I am 44% of the way through, which is page 331. It also might seem like I'm reading this slow, but if you know the Binding 13 series, you know that there's like a million words on a page. Like, the text is so tiny, and so page count like doesn't really like add up to what normal page count is, because there's just so many words on a page. I'm really happy that I'm reading on my Kindle and not the physical copy, because when I read Binding 13, the physical copy, I was like, this is painful to read. It's just too much. So, advice to you, if you're reading Binding 13, the whole series, do it on your Kindle if you can. Also, I will say, huge trigger warnings, and like, I mean, it does say in the beginning, I think, but it is very, very heavy. Like, I do find this book like affecting the way I feel. Like, I went to dinner after reading for like an hour and a half, and I was like walking to the restaurant and I was like feeling heavy inside, and I was like, oh, I need to like take a break from that for a second, which I did. And now I just like really want to get back to it, even though I probably should take more of a break. But life of a reader, we do love to torture ourselves. Anyways, so loving it. It's bad for me probably. One specific thing that happens in this book to Aoife is just unspeakable and like so hard to read. I think it's at about 35-40% of the way through, somewhere in there. And like, it's so graphic and like just awful. So read the trigger warnings, be educated going in and aware. And yeah, after all that yapping, I'm actually gonna go shower now, get comfy, make some tea, sit down, read. That's the plan. All right, y'all, I'm all clean. Now I'm gonna make my tea. I honestly don't know if I'm gonna be reading for a whole hour. I'm feeling tired, so I feel like if I sit for too long and try to read for too long, I'm just gonna completely conk out, you know? Okay, so this outlet isn't working. Cute. I just spilled over the sides. No! Let's read. All right, so I'm settled into the couch and I'm gonna read my last hour. I'll be back to y'all when I have an update. Yeah, cheers. Gonna get my heart broken further, I'm sure. Let's go, let's hit it. Hey y'all, this is Editing Rachel. Dropping in real quick. I did finish my hour, but I was so tired I just passed out afterwards and didn't film. So cheers. Here's the next clip that I filmed. Oh, hey y'all, so update. It's now the next day. I read a bit before bed last night and I've actually done a bit of reading today. It is 5:30 p.m. Today's my off day from work though, so I just got some household things done. I needed a new foundation, so I went to Sephora and picked that up, and I've just kind of been having a to myself day, you know? So I didn't do any filming, kind of wanted to like reset and center myself before I continued with our journey together. So feeling good. I did do a bit of reading, but I'm still gonna spin the wheel and see what we get and try to do that amount of reading tonight because I'm wanting to make more progress in this book. I'm officially, as of now, 400 pages in, page 402, and I'm only 54% done. I am now going to spin the wheel like I said I was going to a while ago. Let's see what we get today. What is it gonna be? 1 hour, does that say? 1 hour. Okay, so we're gonna get 1 more hour of reading done tonight, and I'm just gonna do it based on the time that it says on my Kindle. So 6 hours and 46 minutes left in the book, so I'm just gonna read until it's like 5 hours and 45 minutes, you know? I'll probably read more than that. I can't lie. I didn't expect to be so obsessed with what I'm reading in this video that like I can't stop reading it, but I am. And it's just getting more devastating. It keeps beeping. That's my laundry. But it's so devastating, but so beautiful. And just like, oh, this book, y'all. This freaking book. If you've read Redeeming Sex, you know. I do sense all of this coming crashing. A lot of things are already crashing down, to be fair. But the one specific thing that Aoife and Joey are going through right now, the big thing between them in this book, I do think that that's going to come crashing down. And I'm really, really scared. Because I don't remember it being in Binding 13 or Keeping 13, you know? And like we are seeing sort of the stories line up here. Like maybe I just wasn't mentioned in those books for the surprise to happen in this book. Because I did always feel like it was going to happen. Remember I kind of told you before it happened, I was like, I'm predicting that they're gonna have to go through this thing. And now they are. So maybe there were like little hints in Keeping 13 that like led me to believe that, and that's actually gonna happen. But I do think it's not gonna happen. I think something's gonna happen to them that leads the whole thing to be basically depleted and the devastation to occur. So anyway, speaking in code, super fun. But let me know if you want to see a spoiler review, like with all my thoughts on all the things. And I can definitely do that for any of my books. If you ever want a spoiler review, please let me know. Just drop it in the comments and I will be sure to get back to you. I read all my comments, so please chat with me down there. And yeah, I'm gonna go get my clean laundry, hang it up, and then we'll get to reading our 1 hour for the day. Cheers. Okay, just finished chapter 80. I love how short the chapters are in these books. It like keeps it moving, you know? And like the switching of perspectives is so refreshing. I love it. If you don't know, this one is from the perspective of Joey and Aoife. And it like switches back and forth. I'm now 5 hours and 45 minutes left. So that means I've finished my hour for the day. I'm 60% of the way through the book now. And I want to read more. I'll probably read more. I do need to order groceries and my next load of laundry is done now. So I'm gonna put that away and then order my groceries for the week. I'll see you in a second. Good morning, my friends. We have our breakfast. It is not even 7 a.m. yet. It is a work day, but obviously we had to check in, see how it's going, and spin our wheel for the day. Now, I read for a little bit after the last clip that you saw, just a tiny bit. So I'm not much further along. I still have about 5 hours, I think, left in the book. Probably finish it tomorrow is the plan and the thought. But today, it's time. It's time to spin. What we gonna get? What we gonna get? What does that say? Can't tell. 2 hours. 2 hours today. That sounds like a good amount of reading to get done. So let's get cracking. See you all in the next clip. Well, hello, my friends. I am fresh out of a shower, as you can tell, and I wanted to give you the update. So it's officially the end of the day on Monday. The reading update is that I got 1 hour done of reading today. So far, I'm not done. I do not give up. And so since we got 2 hours today, I obviously still have 1 hour to do. So I'm waiting for my dinner to arrive. We're gonna get some reading done now. Until then, maybe we can get an hour done. And if not, I'll read the rest later on tonight, because I have some plans with my friends right after dinner, so we'll see. But we are gonna read the 1 hour. It says I have 4 hours and 38 minutes left in this book. I have to read at least 3 hours and 38 minutes. I, of course, can always read more, and likely will once I get in the groove, because it's so addicting. And yeah, I'm excited to hopefully finish this book tomorrow. That's really freaking exciting. And then I'll only have 2 books in this series left. That's crazy. I don't know if I'm ready, but I do need to know how this book ends. Like, we've gone through so much misery. We are in the depths right now. If you're wondering where I'm at and you've read it, we are in the depths of despair, I fear. It's all going to shit, quite frankly. So, we'll see. My tea is so good today. I made it so well. But we'll see how it goes from here. I'm excited to continue. And yeah, I'll see you in the next check-in. So that took a turn. Y'all, if you know, I just got to the climax of everything that happens to them, and we know about it from Keeping 13, but this being on the same night, like the Joey situation being on the same night as that whole debacle, got me. But what got me first? The note he writes her is so devastating and beautiful and devastating and awful, and just like, I literally like broke down. When people warned me this is what I expected. And I actually don't look that bad right now. I was sobbing hysterically like a minute ago, and I'm probably gonna continue when I continue reading this. What is going on? I'm now at 3 hours and 32 minutes left, so I've definitely read over my hour for the day, but I have to keep going because now I'm at the insane part, and I am affected, okay? Just that, like, this is so, like, someone in the world feels this way right now. No, I'm gonna cry. I can't do this. It's just so realistic and, like, so beautifully written and, like, so important. Like, I wish everybody in the world would read this freaking book. But anyways, I also found a couple typos, and that just takes me out of the book. It's annoying me. There was one sentence where it's like, you don't know a thing about him, but it said, you don't know a think about him, and I was like, I can't do this. So anyways, I'm gonna continue crying and reading. Cheers. See you when I see you. Well, hello. Good morning. It is time to choose our number for the last day of this video. So let's see what we have. Why are there so many ads? Stop. What's it gonna be? Okay, it's glitching out. Okay, so that didn't work. We're spinning again. It just like glitched out. Oh wow. What does that say? Is that 3 hours again? 2 hours. 2 hours. 2 hours is gonna be easy today because I know I'm gonna have a lot of off time at work. And I actually only have 3 hours left in the book. So, Redeeming 6, I'm hoping is gonna get finished today. No, I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna hope, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna finish Redeeming 6 today, and that's my goal. Okay? So, I'll see you in the next update. Mwah. Well, hello there. It's the end of the day. I did indeed finish Redeeming 6, which means I did in fact read for over 3 hours today already. So it's time to talk final thoughts, my reviews, and just some ending thoughts on finishing Redeeming 6. I should not have read that at work, first of all. It was an emotional roller coaster. Now, if you know what happens at the end of that book, what they go through, it's insane. The way that it was written, the way that they take care of each other, Joey and Aoife, and like, I'm just so proud of Joey and everything he's overcome. Same with Aoife too, to be fair. Both of them have just like stuck by each other and like dealt with multiple huge things, for lack of a better word, together and at the ripe age of 18. And they've just overcome so much and they always come back to each other. It's like so beautiful to read about and like just breaks you. But like just the way Joey takes care of Aoife in everything that they're going through and everything that she goes through at the end of this book. Like he's 18 and he showed up like a freaking man, okay? And it's so inspiring to read about. If every woman gets a Joey Lynch in that moment of their lives, they're in good hands. Just everything between them is so tender, so raw, so human. Like it's so nice to see their like cold exteriors and like tough exteriors, you know, that like sort of role they play with other people, and then for them to go through all of this in this book and just come open and let their shells just like fall off, like specifically with each other. I just have no words. I zoomed through the last 3 hours. Like I actually like don't even think it was 3 hours. Like I read it so fast. I was in an empty room when I started, and then when I finished I looked up and like it was bustling and lots of people running around. I didn't even have headphones on. I was like, how did I get consumed by this book? When I'm like consumed by a book, usually it's a 5-star, because usually it takes like a second, many seconds to get my brain to focus on books, you know? No, this book, I was in it, and every single turn in the road in the book like had me just reeling and wanting more, and like, oh, I have to read until this happens, until they have this conversation, until this event occurs. Like it just kept me like on the train the whole time. And I do feel like Saving 6 and Saving 6 and Redeeming 6 are one book. Like they do feel like one book, and that's why I'm gonna review and rate them sort of the way that I am. So to get into final ratings, let's talk Saving 6 first. 4-star book in my opinion. Now the entire Joey and Aoife saga, so just these 2 books, is undoubtedly 5 stars, undoubtedly. However, Saving 6 is such a setup for Redeeming 6, and it just feels so like, it's so good. Like mind you, a 4-star is a great rating. It just doesn't do to you the things that Redeeming 6 does to you. You know, like it doesn't hit as deep as Redeeming 6. And after reading Saving 6, you might disagree, but then after reading Redeeming 6, you'll be like, no, I get it. You know, like you have to read Redeeming 6 to get it. And so Saving 6 was my lead up into my 5-star rating book, Redeeming 6. That was just, I just talked about a bunch of it, but it was just the most beautiful journey. I'm so inspired. I'm so broken for them. I'm so happy for them. I'm so devastated for that. Like there's just so many conflicting emotions that I feel all at once for them. All the side characters are so loyal and unique, and they have so much personality to them. They're so distinct. Like in these books, there's so many different characters and like names and parents, and everybody is so distinct in themselves. And like, I feel like everybody's so fully fleshed out that it doesn't even matter if she says who's talking or who said this or who did this. Like I know in my brain before it even says, you know, I'm like, oh, that was Huey. Oh, that was Gibbsy. Oh, that was, what's Johnny's mom's name? Deli. Everybody is so specific. It just takes you on the most beautiful journey. It makes you really think about partnership and who you choose to be your lifelong partner, and what it means to be loyal, and what it means to keep coming back to someone, and what it means to look past people's flaws to see like who they really are on the inside and decide whether their flaws are trivial in comparison comparison to their value and their worth as a person and as a partner. And I've just been like staring at a wall for the past few hours thinking about it. And like I couldn't even reach out to the real world today after I read it. I was like in my own bubble, like just thinking and just reflecting and reliving what I read in these books. So this is kind of a joint review. Sorry about that. I did mean to give them separately, but this just makes more sense to me because they are one, you know, and they were meant to be one. They were just too many pages, so she had to split them into two. Most of the time with romance books, I'm like, I can't do it. Like if it's more than 400 pages, I'm like, when is this going to be over? No. To be fair, I wouldn't necessarily classify this as romance. Like, well, I mean, the romance is the main part. That's actually a compliment. What I just realized right now as I'm speaking is like, it's not just romance. Like there's so much to it that it almost feels like the romance is a subplot when it's actually the main focus of the book. There's just so many other characters and plot points and relationships and dynamics and events. Like it's just so rich. Like these books are so rich, and the way they all come together, like the way we see Johnny and Shannon's story align with Joey and Aoife's story. Oh my gosh, beautiful. Also, to circle back on something I said earlier in this video about, I don't remember this thing happening to Aoife in the Shannon books. Yeah, because Shannon didn't know that this happened. So we were getting Shannon's perspective and she didn't know. So of course we didn't know either. Genius. To say that I'm excited to start the next book in the series would be an understatement. I like need it. I need it. But yeah, so overall, if it was one book, Saving Season Redeeming Six, if this was just one book, it would be a 5-star. But 4 stars and 5 stars is the correct rating in my head and in my heart, since it is 2 separate books technically. But their story, oh wow, like I liked Shannon and Johnny, like their story and their stuff. I am in love with Joey and Aoife and their story. Like to say that they're the gold standard of like partners would be an understatement. I could ramble and ramble and ramble on for days and days and days, but those are my thoughts on those books. Please, if you've read them, let me know what you thought in the comments. Let me know if you have any responses to what I'm saying. I just want to chat about these books, you know? So let's chat. And yeah, it's been a week of doing this. Thank you so much for coming along and spinning the wheel with me and reading for the amount of time it says. This has actually been a great challenge. I would say I would do it again, but like on my wheel, I would put higher times. Because at first I like got really scared and I was like, oh, 3 hours is crazy. But then I ended up getting 3 hours a few times and I was like, oh, okay, like I'm good. Like I can do 3 hours, you know? And just like having that time limit always makes me want to go over it. You know, like once I hit the 3 hours, I'm like, no, I can't stop now. I'm at this part, which is also a huge compliment to the books that I didn't like, even after reading it for 3 hours in a day, I like wanted to keep going, you know? So anywho, that's that on that. Thanks for coming along. Do all those YouTube things you know how to do. Like, leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe and tap the bell to get notified on my next reading vlog. Perhaps you'll see Taming 7 in there. Perhaps you'll see the new one in there. Who knows what tomorrow will bring. Yeah, let's just be book friends. All the links you could possibly need are in my description. Tap them all. Let's connect on all of them. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.